Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief. And guess what? You're watching.
Funny old guys.
That's what you're doing. You're watching. And we go from small to large, which is another story. I'm getting
Yeah,
so large.
that's getting harder for me these days. Whoa, what?
Oh,
Oh,
that's a,
boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, boy. But anyway,
get your mind out of the gutter
That
there,
was
comedy thief.
perfectly clean.
Yeah,
this is calm down, guys. Calm
that's
down.
why
This
they
is
like it.
calm down here. This is a special segment called Just Bantering. We're going to shoot the breeze and see what comes out. We have no idea what we're going to say, and neither do you. So anyway, first I'd like to introduce Dr. Fatpacker, the famous surgeon. He's got cold hands, so be careful. Go ahead, say hello.
Yeah, yeah, well, hey, guten Tag, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. You can move on now.
And there we go. And below me is the is Senator Glenn from Utah. Just a wonderful fellow. Say hello there, bud.
Hello, and thanks to be called a wonderful fellow. And remember, vote early and often.
Well, I said bud, remember? Hello, bud? Bud?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well,
What are you talking
this
about?
bud's for you. That's all I
That's
want
for
to
me.
say. What's the first subject for our Just Bantering?
Well, I thought maybe Blade, and you can use that however you wish. What do you want to
Blade.
do with Blade?
Blade.
When I hear the word Blade, I just think of the vampire movie with Wesley Snipes that came out a few years ago. But I got to say, as a vampire movie, it sucked.
Yeah, there you
Oh!
go. When
He's
that
been,
had
re-
Chris Christopherson in also,
Yes,
who
it did.
recently
he's
passed
been
away.
rehearsing again, folks. Well,
That's
there was
right.
a movie a long time ago with John Candy. You guys remember this? It was about the Jamaican Olympic bobsled team.
Yes,
Oh
that's right.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, and John isn't with us. His Candy ran out, and he's up in. We trust Candy Heaven. But so anyway, that's all I. Do you have any?
Another person that we're not going to be able to invite, huh?
Well,
No.
exactly.
Oh, we can invite him. He just won't
Yeah,
show up.
that's right. That's what I
And he
think
wouldn't
too.
fit on the screen anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
They buried him
I
when he died, by the way, when John Candy
yeah.
died, they buried him in a wrapper. I thought that was
Oh,
nice.
that was rather rather good.
It took me
Oh
a second.
yeah, and it was a candy with nuts too.
What's the next word?
Oh, let's work to a tie. Tie,
Tie?
Tie. Many different connotations of this one. What do you
Well,
feel
yeah.
about it?
What, you have a thought?
I-
You have a thought?
Well, when I think of tie, I think of necktie.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
yeah, and I remember I went to this one gala event and I didn't have a tie,
Oh
and they weren't going to
no.
let me in because you had to have a tie. So I ran out to my car. I looked around, see if I had anything I could use as a tie. The only
Oh
thing I
no.
had were jumper cables.
Ah,
Yeah, so I put those around my neck, and I walked to get into the gala, and I said, can I get in with these? He says, you can, but just don't start
don't
anything.
start anything.
Oh, how shocking is that? Oh,
I know. I don't know if I prefer a tie or a bow tie.
yeah.
Because both of those are ties, but I wear a bow tie only the opening night of a show, and I'll wear my bow tie.
Well,
But
there
other
you
than
go.
that, I don't wear a tie anymore, or very occasionally now, since I'm almost retired.
Well, there you go. Well, see, I went to the same party as Senator Glenn. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Wow,
And what did
Yes.
you wear?
that's right. I
And
saw you there.
I had the same problem. I said, he said, you can't get in without a tie. So I went out to my car and I came back in with a zip tie. That's what I did. You wrapped
And
around
they
my neck.
definitely said, don't start anything.
That's right. But they let me in. That was the main thing. What's the next
The
word?
Well,
little
let's
little
move
scary
on.
that you keep zip ties in your car. I just want to
Yeah.
say.
Well, you never know. You know what?
Almost
I
as
guess
good.
not.
You're going to have a
Almost as
water
good as
hose
going
go.
on a date with a knife.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's next?
zip
How
ties
about
and a body bag in my
correspondence?
car.
Yeah, there you go. How about correspondence? Do you like it? Do you not like it? How do you correspond? Thanks.
This is the strangest word.
But
I correspond
know,
with my mouth.
Well, that works.
yeah,
You get, well,
it's
you
weird
get,
now though because people used to write letters, and people don't
Yeah.
write letters anymore.
what's
So
a letter?
we know a lot of things. Yeah, we know a lot of things about like from historical figures and authors and celebrities and things because they wrote letters to each other.
Oh,
And now
yeah.
we only have like emails and nobody keeps those. So
And there used to be something called remember this, a postage stamp?
Yeah. The next president will have his entire president's library on a thumb drive.
yeah, thumb drives, it'll be on the cloud. They don't even, that's even
Oh,
old.
that's right. Oh, how about pepper? Pepper. Let's talk about pepper. When I was young, I didn't like pepper at all, and I used a lot of salt. Now I don't use any salt, but I use a lot of pepper.
That's that's a maturity, right? Well, right.
That's health.
Well, I know a young lady that every time she sneezed, she had, can we say orgasm on her?
I don't go ahead.
Well, I asked her, I said, it's very unusual to have that combination of sneezing and orgasm. I said, are you taking any medication for it? She said, yes. Pepper.
I loved Pepper when I was a kid because that was policewoman, wasn't she? Wasn't it Angie Dickinson? Wasn't her character's name Pepper?
Pepper.
Yes, yes.
Oh, remember Sergeant Pepper?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Yeah, Iron Man's girlfriend's name was Pepper.
And Private Pepper and General Pepper.
Oh my goodness. How about a stain?
What's next?
Stain. Let's talk about stains.
Stains. Oh, stay away from Bill Clinton.
Oh, ouch.
Okay, you got something to say about stains? I don't know if I do, Senator.
You said enough.
You know, I don't make sure I don't have any like ultraviolet lights in my house.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's right. You guys watch Forensic Files? They have stains all over the place there.
Oh my goodness. And then of course, let's go with grief. You know, it's things that you feel lately. I said one time before, I said, you know, I had such a good grief counselor that when he died, I didn't care.
I thought.
Well, you know, I was at a funeral recently, and there was a woman, she lost her longtime husband, you know, and I went up to her and I said, you know, I want to say something meaningful to you. And I said, plethora.
Yeah.
She said, thank you. That means a lot.
Oh, I talked to my next door neighbor who was talking to her girlfriend, and the lady's husband passed. He died, right? And she said, yeah, but my husband was so uplifting to the very, very end.
Oh, really?
Well, he died because we didn't know his blood type, apparently, and he kept saying, be positive, be positive. That's what he said. But anyway, we got.
So it's so great. It's so great to have a new guest every week, so you can reuse some of the other ones and still get a genuine laugh out of it.
That's right.
We got one left over, and we got time for it. Track.
Track. I mean, what does that mean to you?
It means nothing to me. Does it mean something to you, Senator?
Well, track. All I can think of is when I was in high school, I ran track. I didn't run track. I did the triple jump, which is kind of the stupidest event. Hop, skip, and a jump, they used to call that.
Oh, so, there you go. Oh, yeah.
That's a goofy specialty is what that is.
It's a goofy specialty, but I was goofy and kind of special. So I
used to be in track and field, and my specialty was the discus.
Really?
Well, the coach kicked me off the team because the very first try I forgot to let go.
I had some hunting friends of mine that were out and were following these tracks. They got ran over by a train.
Oh, that's a terrible thing. Well, anyway, we're done.
All ties in though.
Yeah, it does.
we're done, but we're not done. We let me see here. We invite a famous celebrity. I'm good, right?
Yes.
No, okay. Anyway, to be on our very next video. I've never heard of this lady, but tell us more about this.
Oh, really?
Special guest.
She's an American poet. She wrote this one time. She goes, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. but people will never forget the balloon you made them. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Forget how you made them feel.
That is touching.
Maya Angelou.
Very touching. But
Maya
anyway,
Angelou. We're going to invite Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
it's Maya.
He wrote a
Right?
very famous book called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings.
Okay,
Oh,
Maya.
yes, that's right. I remember that one.
Calm
Was
down.
she a poet
Maya,
laureate? I think she might have been.
are you guys done?
Yes, she was
Yeah.
a poet laureate.
But we're
Anyway,
just
Maya.
shocked and appalled. You don't know who Maya Angelou is. So
I don't know who Maya Angelou is, but she's going to be on our very next video. If
That's why God invented Google. Listen, I'm sorry. I apologize. I just found out, speaking of Google, that she passed away.
Wait a minute, you mean she's dead?
Yeah, well,
Well,
dang.
we can't invite her then. Who do we know named Maya?
Yeah. Wait a minute, I know one. It's a
How
friend
about
of yours, but
Mia Farrow? Could that be a
Mia
good substitute?
Farrow?
Sure.
It's close. So close.
Is she still alive? Could one of you guys check?
She is, and they just did a sequel, a prequel to Rosemary's Baby, so it's very appropriate.
Oh, I read about that. Yeah.
Yeah, to have Mia Farrow on.
Anyway, Mia Farrow,
Actually,
you're going
it's
to be
the
on our very
baby.
next Funny Old Guys video, so you have to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Mia, if you don't check it in at funnyoldguys.com, you're going in the trash bin. So this is the Comedy Thief, reminding you that Mia Farrow used to be married to Frank Sinatra. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his goodbye and his farewell.
Doobie doobie doo. Say, listen. Auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Say, listen, take care. Before you go, if you would do us a favor, go down to the bottom there and subscribe. That would be very nice. We would appreciate it a lot. And if you have some friends that perhaps don't know about us, we can solve that for you. Send us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com when we will send you some of these fancy dancy business cards when it has our YouTube address on it. Pass them out to your friends, and everybody could laugh together just as much as we do.
And there we go. And Senator Glenn from Utah, how are things in Utah?
Things are great in Utah. And by the way, Mia Farrow was also married to Woody Allen. I'm not sure how that worked out, but
At the same time?
That
That is very strange. Anyway, say goodbye to all the lovely people in our video viewership.
Who, me? I can. Oh,
he
goodbye,
did
everybody.
that.
Goodbye
Yeah,
from
you got to
Utah.
say goodbye. You have to say goodbye.
Come visit sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. And we'll see you all down the road.